I bought a bunch of broken Nintendo consoles from Japan, and today I want to unbox this and see what exactly we got, what condition they're in, and if any of them are able to be repaired. And then for the ones that need a little more intensive repair, I'll end up doing separate videos on those. So let's go ahead, get these boxes open, and see what we're working with. All right, so we got our first box here. Let's see what's inside this one. All right, looks like Gameboy Pocket. That's right, I think I got two of those. A couple of DS lights, DSIs maybe? All right, let's get this out of the box. Get that box out of here. This is pretty good packaging. I kind of like that. They're all wrapped up in here so they're not gonna go flying everywhere during shipping. All right. Yep. Couple of those, couple of these. All right, let's start with this guy. I really like the yellow on this. I think that's why I got it, because I really like the color yellow, so I thought I'd get one of these to check it out. All right, out of the bubble wrap. Well, pretty immediately, we can see the main issue on the screen there. That is quite a bit of damage there, but hopefully the screen underneath is okay, and we just need to replace the polarizer. So we'll see about that. All right, let's see. Are these AAAs? All right, yeah, I only got AA's. Let me find some AAAs real quick. All right, found a couple. Put those in and see if we get any signs of life. Oh. Okay, so, all right, we got a chime. And the screen does react when we turn up the contrast. Oh, can almost see where the Nintendo logo would be. Huh. All right, well, that's a good sign. So it looks like this one is turning on. Yep. And see, it gave us a chime earlier. I turned the volume down, that's why. Here we go. Put the chime for you guys. Woohoo! Alright. So it's on underneath there. Barely. Alright. So that's good. So this one, hopefully we can just replace the polarizer and it'll be set to go. So that is a great sign. Set that off to the side. All right, what else do we got? This looks like another pocket, I believe, if I remember correctly. So let's get this guy open. All right, and another one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got these specifically because I saw the damage to the screen and was hoping that they were working otherwise and just needed the polarizer replaced, which is fairly easy as far as I've seen. I haven't done it before, but we're going to give it a try. Otherwise, you know, a little bit of wear, but not too bad, actually. A little bit of a cleaning, a couple of scuffs, no big deal. That's pretty cool. All right, well, let's see if we get lucky and this one also turns on. All right. Make sure the volume's up so we can hear that chime if we need it. All right. Oh, okay. Hey, look at that. I didn't hear the chime. Let's try one more time. See if that speaker's working. It's very quiet. Very quiet. And I had that all the way up. Yeah. Yeah, I think the speaker's probably blown. I could barely hear it. Just barely. And it looks like it might be some kind of crack just underneath the glass, maybe? I'll have to take a look at that, but the screen is actually in not too bad a shape. This one looks like it's probably just the burnt screen. Replace the polarizer. This one's in a little bit better shape than the other guy, although we do have some of that flickering I bet that's a bad connection somewhere. So hopefully another easy fix. But the good news is it turns on and seems to be mostly functional from that. So that is great. All right. Well, that's a good sign that it actually turns on. That is awesome. So we'll have to come back to that one as well. All right. In this box, we also had a couple of DS's. DSi. All right. Are these both? Yeah, these both DSIs. So let's just start with this white one. Looks like it's missing stylus there. A little bit of yellowing. Plenty of dirt and grime. Yeah, lots of grime I can see underneath those buttons. But not too shabby. Let's see, the hinge works. All right, well, that's great. A lot of times those will break. Let's see if it... Oh, volume also. Buttons seem to be gone. Not a huge deal. Can find replacements for that. Let's try and turn it on. Where's the on button on these guys? Oh, here it is. See if we get anything. Oh, nice. Wow, hey, look at that. We even got sound. So that probably says something like, please set the settings. Yeah, there it is. So there's the date and time that you put on there. So really, it's just the bottom screen. You can see it might have been dropped or pushed too hard or something. But hey, turns on. Top screen looks pretty good. Let's see. These buttons work. Oh, do you have to use the touch? Of course, you have to use the touchscreen. The touchscreen still works, so the digitizer is actually working. Let's see if it'll let me continue. I want to test the buttons, but I don't think you can do that. Let's see, on this screen, would they let me? No. I think this is kind of the, again, I don't read Japanese, but I get the general gist. So let's keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm pretty sure for this initial setup, they make you use the touchscreen so you get kind of used to it. Now let's see if they'll let us use some buttons, because I want to test if these buttons work. Here we go. All right, pressed A. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No. No, I don't want to use the camera. Hey, there you guys are. All right, take me back. Take me out of here. All right, let's test these buttons. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It really wants you to use the camera. Okay, cool. Here we go. Buttons back and forth, up and down. B worked earlier, A worked earlier. I don't know what X and Y would do. And the... Haha, it seems to take a picture. Hey, look at that. Sweet! All right, well, that guy seems to be working. Just needs a replacement bottom screen, and it's basically good to go. That's awesome. That's sweet. Hey, that's a pretty good one. All right, so... Okay, so now let's test the buttons here. Okay, yeah, that's working. That's working. Click back. Oh, I guess back wouldn't. Well, it's going to make me load all the way into this. Come on. No, I don't want to connect. I need a test cartridge so I can test these buttons. But looks like they're working. We got the directional buttons were working. A was working. I'm going to assume B and X and Y are also working. So that is awesome. Look at that. Okay, so this one just straight up works. That's pretty sweet. So I don't know what the problem was on this one. Speaker was working and everything. So I'm looking around. We got the stylus. That's great. A lot of times those get lost. I mean, you know, again, plenty of scratches and scuffs. Obviously been used, but nothing wrong with that. I don't see what the problem is. Did I have an SD card? No SD card. Huh. Well, that's a little bit curious. Honestly, wasn't expecting it to just straight up work properly. So, hey, lucky us. That's great. Well, put that in the theoretical completed pile. I'll have to get a game. I don't think I have any DS games lying around at the moment. But give that maybe a better test later. But I'm going to say that one's working. That's sweet. All right, well, let's move on to our second box with some more goodies after I clean off the desk a little bit. Okay, got a bigger box here. Let's take a look inside this guy. Ooh, big reveal. Whoa. Okay, oh yeah, that sounds familiar. That's right. So these are a bunch of SNES. Well, actually, I think it's the Super Famicom in Japan. It'll be the same as the Super NES for other regions, if I remember correctly. So let's, oh boy, get this guy out of here. Get out of there. All right, so again, we got nice packaging to keep it from going anywhere. That's always nice to see. And start getting these all unwrapped. Okay, so we got that all out of here. I do want to take a look at this later, but it's got a lot more to it. Let's take a quick look at the other one we got here, which looks to be another DS. Is this a DSi as well? This is DS Lite. Let's take this out of here. There's the opening on this guy. All right. So, a little bit of grime. Not bad though. Looks okay. Even got the dust cover on there. It's always fun to see. Get to see that we got that. Stylus, again, intact. Awesome. And otherwise, looks pretty good. See the inside. Okay, well that's just a little bit of stuff on there. Looks like somebody maybe tried to clean off the screen. Some water dried up on there. That's a little better. That's looking pretty clean. Well, let's see if it does anything. Nope. Nothing. Okay, well, I happen to have, I don't have a charger, but I do happen to have another battery that works. Let me see if it's a dead battery. We'll switch this out real quick, and maybe the battery is just dead. Okay, new battery installed. Let's see if we get anything. Hey! Good sign. Wow. Okay. So again, okay, buttons work. Look at that, speaker works. Wow. This one just works. So I think the problem with this one was it just had a dead battery. So, you know, that happens sometimes where, I forgot to check the touchscreen. Yep, touchscreen is working as well. Gotta use the stylus. Come on, it's the DS. Gotta use the stylus. So a lot of times what happens is sometimes you'll get things that are sold by companies rather than individuals, or even with individuals, but more often with companies where they won't, they'll test the item, basically just turn it on and see what happens. If it doesn't turn on, they just throw, you know, sell it as for parts or repair. But in Japan, it seems like they mostly call it junk items rather than for parts like we do in the US. So they would sell it as junk. So they might have just tried to turn this on, see it didn't turn on, and said, you know what, it's not worth our time to test and check around. Let's just sell it as junk, and somebody else can deal with it. And well, I am A-okay with that because I got a pretty good deal on this, and it seems to be fully functional. So that's awesome. Look at that. We got another one we can put in the pile of completed. So we'll put that in our completed section. I'm going to actually hold on to this battery. That goes to another one that I'm working on. And now we know that we just got a dead battery, so I'll either replace it, or if it is actually still a working battery, I'll check when I get my charger in. I'll plug it in, see what happens. But hey, that's awesome. That one seems to be working great. All right, let's now check out this Super Famicom we got here. So we got a lot of games. That was one of the reasons I got this one, because it was, again, marked as not working, but it came with a bunch of accessories. I think it was a couple of controllers, and as you can see, a good amount of games. So I thought that would be super cool. Even if the console's not working, I could have a lot of games to play, even if they're in Japanese. I know a lot of them have English translations on them. So let's see what we got in this section. Super Mario World Classic, Super Donkey Kong 3. Ooh, Chrono Trigger. That's one that I had kind of been wanting to play at some point. Donkey Kong 2. Don't know what that says. I recognize that character. Oh boy, I can't remember who it is, but I know that this is a well-known game in Japan. Super something 3. those little guys. All right, so we got some cool ones there. Obviously recognize our Donkey Kongs. We'll keep those together. Chrono Trigger, Super Mario World Classics. And in here, on top, a Super Game Boy, which is sweet. So this would be basically an adapter you would put into your console, and then you could put your Game Boy games on the top, and it would basically let you play them on the big screen, which is super cool. You know, that's not something that you really have to do nowadays. Well, I guess with the Switch, you kind of get to. You know, you get to put it in the dock and do it that way. A little bit of a different concept, but you can see even early in the day they were kind of playing around, you know, with putting your handheld games on the big screen. So that's kind of neat. That's a really cool accessory there. And then we got a few other games in here. So we got, oh, Super Bomberman 4. That's awesome. So we got Super Bomberman. We got, again, I do not know what that says. We got another game there. A few more in here. Some more very fun looking games that I cannot read the text on. Hey, Super Mario RPG. That's another good one I've heard about. Another one on my list to play. And something from Konami. And this looks like, oh, gee, I think that's a tile game that I had heard of. So again, another kind of basic Japanese game there. All right, well, with those out of the way, that's a pretty good lot there. Let me move these out of the way and we'll take a look at the console. All right, console, here we go. Let's open up the accessories first real fast. So again, I'm pretty sure I got a couple of controllers. It looks like the cables here. All right. So, yep, Super Famicom. We got 3 controllers. Look to be in pretty good shape. This one's kind of yellowed. Well, it's more of brown. But this one's discolored a little bit. Everything seems to click, though. This one looks really great condition, as does the other one. That's awesome. Sweet. I got 3 controllers. That's pretty nice. I love the color scheme on these as well. I'm a big fan of the colored buttons. I just think it looks really neat. All right, get those out of the way. See what else we got. This looks like it's just the power cables, but I want to make sure we don't have any other accessories in here. And big old power brick. Dang, look at that thing. That's huge. So I got a big old beefy power brick and, our 2 connectors here. So what would that be? It's audio, video. Oh, I forget which color's which. I think that's just audio, video, and I forget what the third one was. But it looks like it doesn't need it. I guess because it's, you know, much older console, obviously, but it's got the connector for the console there. So that's awesome. It comes with all the cables and everything. Now, big moment. Let's take a look at our console itself. All right, here we go. Breaking this guy open. Look at that. All right. Sweet. And this looks pretty good. I don't see anything obviously broken off. We've got our connector for our output. Aha, so there, RF out. For radio? Do they have an attachment for something that used RF signal? That's interesting. Channel switcher. Oh, maybe that's the third red one that you normally see on the thing. I don't know too much about these. You know, I'm just kind of starting to get into these, you know, the retro consoles and stuff. And then, of course, we got our power there. But no obvious big breaks. We've got our slots for our controllers. That is probably not stock. So it looks like maybe, let's see. Does this come off easily? Yeah, that's some sort of goop. Whoop, don't want that on my hands. I'm going to leave that there for now. That's obviously not standard on these guys. So maybe somebody's already kind of been inside here, tried to fix it or something. Or maybe they just, it was sliding around or moving around too much and they decided to glue on some little pads to keep it from going anywhere. Who knows? But otherwise, looks really great. Power switch works. Reset. Eject works. Let's put in a game. See if that eject. Oh yeah, slot it in there. Bam, it ejects right out. Look at that. Awesome. It seems like all the buttons at least work. let me see if I have something to hook it up to. I think I've got a small monitor. All right, well, let's grab that, see if we can put it together and power it on and see what happens. Okay, so I got kind of my janky portable monitor set up here. I've got a converter to HDMI and the composite. So let's just see if anything happens when I turn it on. Okay, power sign, that's good. But nothing coming out. I bet that's because we don't have a game in. All right, let's do Super Mario World. Connectors look a little bit beat up, but let's give it a try. All right, here we go. Okay, same thing, it's red. And nothing coming out. So again, that could be kind of the adapter situation here. Let's see if I switch this to 1080p. I don't know why that would do anything. Yeah, I had a feeling. Make sure it's all plugged in well. So yeah, just a red power indicator. So maybe that's telling us something. I'm just gonna look it up real fast. Okay, so I looked it up, and yeah, it basically just means with the red indicator that there's an issue. So, well, we kind of already knew there's an issue because nothing's coming out. All right, but somebody mentioned to just use the reset switch. That doesn't seem to do absolutely anything. But somebody said just press it a bunch of times and see if it resets. Let's try without a game. No change. So reset isn't doing anything. Let's try another game just to be safe. Yeah. Alright, so there's a bigger issue with this. We'll have to break it open and see what's going on. But I think I'll save that for another video. So stay tuned. I think what we're going to do is in a separate video, I'll end up fixing this thing and see if we can get it up and running again, take it apart, that kind of stuff. And then we'll also have some videos fixing those Game Boys. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Well, there you go. Thanks a lot for coming along this little journey with me, checking out what we got, and stay tuned to see if we can fix up any of these consoles in the future.